What's up, man? Young Purpose in the house. We are rewriting narratives today with myself, baby Obuhle Sihu, and of course, my partner in crime. Hey. Yes, he's a criminal, dude.
Hey, so this see. Hey.
But you're my partner in crime, so when I commit the crime, you do the time.
Then don't commit crimes.
But like I can't help myself. We have to. These conversations are unconventional and straight at it, so they're bound to offend someone at some point.
Whoa, I never thought about it that way, and it's true.
They're bound to offend someone at some point.
Wow. What? No, and unyansile they do. They really do, and it's not like we plan on that happening. Like, we don't want them to offend anybody, but abanda bafani, that's number one. Not everybody is going to agree with the same things. You know, we don't have the same sentiments, so we're partners in crime.
And just not just people, man. You know, systems in place. You know, because we are rewriting narratives. We're turning the page.
Yeah.
So it will make people uncomfortable. You know.
And that's what I want. When it comes to systems, I want that.
Yeah, no?
You know, because the system is flawed, man.
Yeah.
The system is flawed.
It's rigged.
So, I mean, if it means us disrupting, and hey, man, I'm all for that.
Defying the odds. You know, I was having a conversation with some of my friends yesterday, and we were talking about just, you know, our political landscape and our socio-political landscapes. And he was on some, you know what? Change will not come. The more we have these conversations, the more these things keep on happening. So we have a conversation and we call out men on GBV. And instead of men listening, it's more women getting killed every day. It's more women getting raped every day. You know, we speak out against inequality.
Yeah.
Take 2 steps forward by the conversation and 10 steps back. People get poorer and poorer and poorer. And the rich get richer and richer. And it was like, there are no narratives to rewrite.
Bro.
You can only do your mark.
True,
you know, you can only play your part, and hopefully
hope for the best,
it will change something. But I don't know, man. I'm an optimist.
Yeah. Glass half full.
I believe in change.
Yeah.
We may not live to see it, but eventually it will come. And because of our strides and because of conversations like these, conversations that were not had 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah. And, you know, I like the fact that you said we have these conversations because we want change, but we will not be there to experience the change. That's what it's all about, man. These are not conversations that we're having for ourselves. We're having these conversations to change the world. I mean, everybody always says change the world. No, we're changing the world. We're changing the narrative. So it's not for us.
Yeah.
If it were for us, it would have them off air. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when we talk about our world, because I feel like when we talk about changing the world, people constantly think the planet, as in planet Earth, but we're talking about our world, you know, the world around us, the community of people that are around us. Because of the conversations that we're having, I'm able to help a friend.
Exactly.
You know, grow from it. I'm able to help a friend, you know, get something from it and find something valuable from the conversation that we're having, you know. And hopefully, for example, today we're talking about fatherhood. You know, we talk about a fatherhood in hopes that a young person, a young father to be specific, will listen to this and think, hey, man, you know what? It's important for me to be an active and a present father. You know, we will talk about quite a lot of upsetting things today because the whole conversation is upsetting. Do you get what I mean? So there'll be a sense of not being comfortable because we have to thread softly, but at the same time we need to talk to the truth. We need to address it as it is. We can't sugarcoat, you know. So we have these conversations so that people can learn and grow from it.
And Vela, there's no growth in comfort, man.
There's no growth in comfort,
man. You can be comfortable, but
there's no growth in comfort.
Yeah, if I'm comfortable with the fact that I have a child, but no, I'm not a dad. You can have a child and not be a dad. If you're comfortable with that, there's no growth, bro. And then somebody's gonna say, no, it's because I grew up this way. Yeah, then change it.
Yep, change that way. Change. It's not gonna work. We live in a society where fathers are absent, man. Fathers are absent. If you have a father who is present and who is at home, you are one of the lucky few. Now imagine every one of us Every one of us, there's no person who fell from the sky or was
Yeah.
bought from ShopRite, as our mothers used to
but
tell
you
us.
were
No.
bought.
Facts. Because, hey, my mom, hey, we were bought, you know. But honestly speaking, everyone has a father.
Yeah.
By virtue of being alive today, it means that
there's a man
there was a
that
man,
played a part.
right? But imagine if you're alive today and you have a present father, then you're lucky. What do you mean? I'm lucky. Kodwa ndizelwe. You know, why must I be fortunate? Kodwa ndizelwe. You know, why must I be one of the few, 1 out of 5?
Yeah.
When all the 5 were given birth to by a man. So it's a problem.
It
It's
is.
serious.
And it's been there for a while.
It's
man.
been.
It's really been. I'm thinking about the fact that now, even back in primary school and high school, bro, we used to have parents meetings. Good parents meetings, it was rare to see dads there. It was rare. But I never really thought about it back then.
Yeah.
Never did.
Kuthiwa biza umzali, and we already know umzali mntong mama.
Yeah.
Yep, umzali wakho mntong mama.
Man.
And it's just like, oh, okay, there's a dad here, you know.
And vele, when you know that there's a dad, there's a shift, man, in just the atmosphere when you know there's a dad. Because you're not expecting that. Everything, noba umntu sithi no, ngena endlini uzathi ndoyika umamakho. It's rare for somebody to say ndoyika utatakho. Because it's already kind of normal to us that utata akekho.
Yeah. And it gets to a point where whenever we talk about your parents, we're like, hey, umamako, but we want to refer to your parents because we already know that oh wow, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
The norm is just having a mom. You know, and it's always weird when people say, oh sorry, I have one parent, and we always assume that it's the mom. And there are children out there who only have fathers. But we don't know that.
We don't.
You know, we don't expect that. You know, and if there is a father, then we expect that something shady is going on. Maybe you have
It's
an
another
abusive
thing.
stepmom or like something like that. So it's crazy that we live in a very fatherless society and it has become normalized. You know, and not because we want to normalize it, because that's just the way it is.
That's just the way it
you
is.
already know that if you have a kid, if you're pregnant right now, if I tell my man that I'm pregnant, chances are they're gonna leave me.
Gonna leave.
You know?
Some people don't even tell them because of that. And but the reason why I didn't tell you was because you were going to leave. I know men are going to feel like they're being attacked on the show. And it's not even that, man. It's not an attack. It's the fact that we live in a society where men are just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's really sad. But I don't want to, focus on the negative part of fathers not being there. Because now you find that the ones that are present, they do a great job, man. Especially the younger guys. I've friends of mine who are dads. And Mamela, those guys. Things changed, man. There's a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. We started school, Soy2, in varsity. I don't know igama le-40 anymore because that's where iliyachinja ngokubathi ngumaqoma or something. I don't know.
For real?
Yeah, they want
Wild.
to change. I'm just like
Wild
umaqoma and
stuff.
maziyo and mazi from elalini and yay. You understand? I'm just like,
That's
guys,
funny.
sawunikwa njani umsebenzi ndanifunde kwamaqoma? Come on now. But we got into varsity Soy2 now, Tim. And yeah, our friendship was great, man. Everything was amazing. We're a group of 4 friends. We made some decisions here and there that were irresponsible. Nothing bad, you understand. And then after that, Yautiam had a son. The growth that I saw in Yautiam was amazing. I was just like, yo, yeah, he's still Yautiam and we're such great friends. But I'm like, Yautiam, I'm seeing so much growth. I've always looked up to him even before that. Then now I saw him being a dad, being a present dad, an active dad, and a loving dad. Loves his son so much. And I was just like, yeah, when I'm a dad, I want to be you. You understand? So we need to understand that as a young man, if you're a father, you're not only impacting your child's life, we're also looking at us who are not fathers. We're learning from what you're doing. You understand? And we're just like, okay, cool. He's doing such an amazing job. And because Amachita, they just don't want to do that. You find Amachita that the LT has a lot of kids, different mothers. not even one he's taking care of. So once we see a guy doing it, taking care of his kids, it's different, man. It's very beautiful to look at. It's really, really amazing to look at. Makes me want to be a father.
And just the whole notion of, okay, sorry, really, I know we're focusing on like the good side of present young fathers, but it's hard to when there's so much of them who are not present.
Yeah.
You know, situations where 15-year-olds are pregnant and father's nowhere to be found. Because you're a female and you gave birth to the baby, then where now you pretty much have to, because the baby's here and they don't have to. So it's hard to not speak to that, because I think with Father's Day and the whole conversations that are ahead around it, the aim is not to necessarily bash men, fathers, actually, because we're not just talking to men here, we're talking about fathers, right? It's not to bash them, but it's to call them out. It's to say, hey man, there's a problem, you need to act up and start taking responsibility for it, so that's the whole point of this conversation, by the way. It's not to say it's to say there's a problem, these are the problems actually, and y'all need to start taking charge. Do you get what I mean? And the thing is with absent fathers particularly is that they all claim to but why didn't you abort, or like why didn't we use a condom, like okanye, this lady trapped me. I heard something,
I've heard that before.
It was a trap. Like, it was a trap. And I'm just like, so you guys having sex and you inserting your penis on a vagina was
please don't
a trap.
Tell us how it happens.
Yeah, but it happens like that, but it's fact.
Some of us don't know, and we don't want to know.
Yeah, but I'm telling you now, I'm educating you. As someone who did life sciences in high school, I'm educating you now.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm that girl. I did sciences, but it doesn't matter now.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So how is it a trap? And if it's a trap, we're here now. Umtana,
Oh, that's another thing.
The child is here now.
Yeah.
The child, we didn't plan for the child, and most of us are unplanned. We just happened.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It happens. But now that it's unplanned and the baby's here, what must happen?
What must happen after?
Yeah. And the majority of the fathers that are not present are fathers you'll find at a tavern drinking ihenes when you could have bought nappies. Like, but I didn't plan for the child. Did you plan to go and buy alcohol? Or like, magutini ngoku, the child is here.
Is here. You're punishing the child for something that they didn't do. You did it.
Ubabini Ntloko is saying, can we talk about mothers who won't let fathers see their children as well?
Oh, that.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
I have quite complex sentiments on this.
Yeah, I can tell. No, first of all, Babini out here, we will work together. It's an amazing
shout out to you, Babini.
He said he's at the gym. Hey, work out there. Work out. So, look, man, it's very unfortunate, but it happens, right? I do have the experience here, but not by umdana, but there's the out here who goes through that. You understand? And it happens for different reasons, man. Sometimes the mother just didn't want to break up with the father. So because we broke up, I'm going to use umdana as leverage. You understand? It's not supposed to be that way. So it goes to a point where now some fathers are absent not because they want to be absent, but it's because they are not allowed by the mom, by the family as well. Because sometimes it's not even the mom. Sometimes the mom wants the dad to see the child, but the family says, akakchatanga, akahlawulanga, akatinanga, so no, akazumbona umntana. And I've seen mothers having to lie to their families and say, hey, dienda unethile nomntana, only to find out about umsaktatake. You understand? So I don't really want us to focus on the fact that it's the mother only. It could be family. Those things happen. I've seen it happen. That, okay, cool. The mother doesn't have a problem with the dad. Yes, they broke up. Cool. It's just that the family maybe saw somebody else for you. They're like, Tina sifuna law.
Yeah,
and then
we
you
didn't
didn't
want
have
this
umntana
guy.
nalo.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna happen. But it does happen, and most gents go through it. Most gents really go through it, and yeah, man, it's very unfortunate. But what did you want to say about it, though?
First of all, I really am not for everything where children are related. I'll always say the child comes first.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what beef we have. It doesn't matter what unresolved issues we have, but the child comes first. And if you're a mother, for whatever reason, I would never recommend that to happen. Like, that is not, it shouldn't be done, you know. You should never use the child to settle your scores with the father. You know, that is wrong. That is plain up wrong. Because really, we do have a situation where I don't know my father, not because my father did not want to, but because my mom did not allow
Makes sense.
my dad to be in my life. But even with that, I've seen this happen a lot, where people said, hey, Umamako did not allow me to, be in your life.
Yeah.
Chances are it was that one time and they never attempted again. Right? And the same way mothers fight for dads to be present in children's lives, where usiwe maintenance court, you as a father have the right to go and sue the mom. But dads don't do that. You'll never see a dad going to file for, a court claim, but I want to be present in the child's life. It's always just one attempt or two attempts, and then they'll use that as an excuse to bail out on parenting.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the fathers are like, but umamake didn't allow you. Did you even try? Or was it, hey, ngicela ubone umntana kuthiwa hayi kaloku awondli okanye ubungondli, and now all of a sudden you've turned around.
Yeah.
And you want to see the child.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
And I'll use scenarios where we were dating.
Yeah.
I had a kid. And I realized I don't want to be with you. Oh, mama. Mama's like, hey, I don't want to be with this guy anymore.
Yeah.
Now that I have a kid, I just realized that this guy is not the person I thought they were.
Okay.
So I will leave.
Yeah.
I'll leave you. And then the gent is on some, oh, you're leaving me, then I'll leave too. Do you get that? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, I'm a dad. You remember that you're a father, and you remember what you did was not, the thing to do. And you go back on some, I want to see my child. And the mom is like, you don't get a second chance after you bailed out on parenting.
Yeah.
Which is also valid, because many a times people will mess things up. You see it in business. Umdu will not believe in your idea until they start to see it flourish, and then all of a sudden they want to jump on board.
Seen it many times. Yeah.
You didn't feel like being a parent, so it was easy for you to just jump ship and say, I'm not going to do this. But now that it suits you, you want to come back into my child's life,
Makes sense.
And it's like, why do you want to come back now? Like, I feel like there's no mother who doesn't want fathers to be present in their lives, in their children's lives, and there are those who are just cruel, man. I don't want to lie. There are cruel mothers who will use children to settle score, but there are those who, like, there's not a mother who doesn't want to see their child without a father.
Yeah.
And I think that as much as it happens, it's also an excuse at times to bail out on parenting. I know, for example, like my mom, like parents, actually mothers, Victoria, hayi ndiyombambela support, but umntu ongutata uzawuphelela uba akafunda imbona umntana. You fight for something that something that you love.
Yeah.
We see it every day. We fight for our dreams, but fathers don't want to fight for their children, and they're complacent without seeing their children. And uzababona na xa beyithetha loo nto, umntu ithetha nje ba yo hayi akafuna umbone. Wena as utata xa umntana wakho ungafuna umbona uthini awufuna ukula. What do you mean awufuna ukula? That's your child. That's your child. So I feel like fathers are complacent in not being present. Okay. And they look for excuses to not be present at times, and then there are those situations where which is bad, but I know for a fact when you go to the law, and you say you want to see your child, no mother can keep you from seeing your child. It's facts.
If the law says
they'll be arrested. And when they're arrested, you can be with your child.
Definitely.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
You know? And so for me, that is just an excuse. I don't want to lie.
And for those who are not making it an excuse, Shem, maybe some didn't even know. Now you know that there are ways to go through with the law and then get your children. You understand? Because like I said, I don't want you to feel like we are attacking them.
Yeah.
It's not an attack, man. Some people didn't even know that they could do that. So it is possible. But there's something now that, and it happens a lot, man. The whole thing of stepmothers not wanting stepchildren. I read a post a few days ago. This lady's like, I'm married to this man. He has kids. I have my own kids, and we have our own kids together, right? But his daughter refers to him as Utatam. It got to the point where the lady got upset and she said, if you continue calling him Utatam, you're going to leave and go stay with your mom. Because also
okay, now that's a problem with the man. Like, I always say that whatever you do should be in the best interest of the child.
Yeah.
Why are you with a woman? Why are you with a woman who's competing with your child? Because they're not the same roles. One is sleeping with you, one is your child.
Yeah.
Why are we even comparing those two? Right? So now the problem is in the why are you with that person? Like, why are you with
what if
someone?
He doesn't know though? What if he doesn't know? I mean, why is this one even competing in the first place? That's the thing.
That's the thing, but that's a mother's thing. You know, that speaks to the cruelty of step parents. You know, and it's very common in mothers, stepmothers. You know, it speaks to the you know, the common ground of stepmothers, where it is said that stepmothers are cruel, but the ones that I know, Shem, I don't want to lie, they're top tier. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're a father and you're aware, it should never be questioned. It should never be negotiated. If you're aware, you leave the woman.
Yeah, no, most
you
definitely.
leave the woman.
Definitely. Yeah.
Unless they're willing to change and accept the child.
Yeah.
If they don't, we leave.
No, we leave. I'm leaving with my child.
We do what's best for the child.
Definitely.
Always. It's never to be questioned. It's never to be thought 3 times about. We do what's best for the child.
Yeah. No, definitely. That makes sense. Then there's also something else with maintenance.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I'm not saying it should be that way, but it's just a question that I've always had in my head. Why does the father pay maintenance when the kids live with their mom? And then I can't afford them, so he must pay maintenance. Why who can pay, who can afford them?
But that's the thing. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Being a present father is being a present parent. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Being a parent extends beyond just financial care.
Definitely.
Financial care is important because in order for you to raise a child, you need money.
Yeah.
For their basic needs to be catered to.
You need money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being a parent has an emotional side to it. You are literally grooming a young, grooming sounds sexual now, but you're literally raising a baby. So there's so much more to it. You know, there's you being there to guide them every single day, you being there to show up for them and whatever it is that they may need. Fathers usually are not up for that role.
Okay.
Fathers are usually not up for that role. I'll use an example. You live in the same house with your dad. He's a present father because he lives in the same house.
Okay.
He's a present father because he lives in the same house. But being present is not that.
It's not existing.
It's like in a relationship. We're dating because we're still dating. It's still official, but you're an miser. You don't respond to my texts. You know, you're not loving me the way I require to be loved. You know, you're cheating on me, and you know cheating is a deal breaker for me. Is that you still being present? You're present, but you're still toxic. There's that. But we're not talking about the toxic side of any parental thing. We're talking about living in the same house with your dad, but your dad knows nothing about you.
Yeah.
You know? There's a situation where I'll use primary school children. utata uhlala endlini but akayi ku meeting, you're a father, kuthiwa it's a parents it's a parent meeting, you're not there, the mom will go, but he's a present father. Why? Because you live in the same house with them. You find that you'll find that fathers don't even know teachers' names. For example, we live in the same house, you don't even know teachers' names. You don't even know if your child,
school,
you know the name of school because you pay. You do not know what grade your child is in. Not because you forgot, but because you don't know. You're present, yes, because you're there for the mother. And it's always the case with men. They are only present fathers because the mother is still there. And once you break up with the mom, you're just like, I want nothing to do with the child. And it's as though the child is not mine unless I'm with you. And it's literally almost always the case with men, right? So now you have a situation where you're asking, why must you pay financial support and not live with me? One, because some don't have the capacity to cater to the needs of the child beyond financial means. Because if uhlala wedwa, we can co-parent, you can take the child. Why don't you take the child? It's a thing you could ask the father. Why do you not take the child?
Because most families don't allow that.
Most families don't allow that.
No, females families from the mother's side.
That, but
yes, I've seen men
that.
initiate that. I've seen them initiate. That's the thing. That's the reason why I'm asking this question, is because it's something I've seen happen in real life. That I man, me out here would prefer umdana hlale naye, right? Because you get a situation where the mom will call you 3 times a month. Fagi mal, right? But when you want to go see umdana, there's an excuse. So now you're just like, okay, cool. The fagi mali, because you're saying you cannot afford. I'll pay so you can't afford to take care of umdana financially.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Right? Mna, I have a place to stay. It's proper. I stay close to Isgolo and all of that, and I can afford umdana financially.
Okay.
So instead of me sending money all the time to take care of umdana, and I can't even bond with umdana because I can't go there and ifuna go in. How about umdana sazohlala kum? I pay for those umdana and everything, and I actually build a relationship with umdana where they see me every day.
Okay, now that is pretty much wholesome. And again, I'll say this again. I'll say this loud. It's very important to condomize. If you don't want a child,
in fact, abstain.
Condomize, abstain. Don't be out here having sex. Because this is coming from a young person, by the way. I'm young, super young. It's coming from a young person. But at my small age, I already see the complexities for what they are, the complexities of having a child, and just the whole baggage that comes with having a child for what it is. Now you're a grown-up man, woman, you have children. You have children, but you don't even have the willpower or the capacity in your mind to know that if that is the case, we communicate, and if the communication fails, we go to the legal system. You know. So if you do not know that, for me, it's just that we communicate every other thing, but this one thing that is more important than anything else, because quite frankly, the one thing that is important to you fail to have ideas when it comes to. You can make a plan for everything else, but when it comes to the child, you fail to make a plan. You fail to say, hey, listen, let's go to court, because if I'm why don't you go to the same court akubamba kuyo?
Makes sense. So I guess Machita maybe
they're complacent.
Not going that
they're complacent.
Cool. Then Machita go that route now.
They're complacent. If ndiyakubamba siya court siyothetha phambi, this is my situation. I know an uncle of mine who lives with his children. He lives with his children. Mama, baya co-parent.
Yeah.
But you can come visit. holidays, they're yours. I live with my children because not only do I have the financial means to cater to them, but the emotional means and the parental guidance that they need to grow. And for men, when they say they want to live with a child, it's always a matter of money. I get that. Like, I don't have the financial means, so okay, if and God's you know, for me, it's that. It's like a substitute. I feel like,
but not necessarily though. Like some, they want to spend. Mamela, the thing with family is a problem.
For example, the chap that you were talking
about.
The
one I'm talking about
is the guy
he's single
dating
right now.
Or he's single, but he dates every other time. Dating requires money.
Okay.
No, I'm like...
Yes, I know.
Dating requires money.
Yeah.
When we hang out, we buy snacks. Dating requires money.
Mm-hmm. But look, he's not doing this thing because of imali. Okay, I'm tired of ukup imali all the time. He's saying... You are saying you mathumela imali because you can't afford umntana. Mna ndithumela imali, yes, because you can't afford umntana, but I can't get umntana back for me to bond with umntana and be a father. You are limiting me being a father. It's not in the
limiting how? So is it a matter of listen? Is it a matter of listen? Today I want to see the child.
We'll see, guys. It's not to open the door and I see you and then I leave.
Yeah, no, like today I want to spend the day with the child.
No, not a day.
Okay.
Can I have a week with my child or a month with my child where homeworks? I actually learn about my child. But okay, what's happening in my child's life?
Again, okay, I hear
you understand?
That. I hear that.
Amachitama needs some gents, they abanayo that privilege. He wants it so much, but they can't because the family eat.
I was going to use someone as an example, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you get who I was going to use? Nay, I was going to use her as an example, and the whole children setup, which I really admire and love, by the way. Co-parenting is a thing. We communicate these things, and we don't communicate these things just when we feel the strong urge to. You know, we communicate these things on a daily. Umntana is a lifelong commitment, is a lifelong being that's just there in your life till you die. You don't break up with them or disown them. Even if you disown them, they're still your child. Still yours. You know, they never stop. So this is where like the communication comes in. Yeah, but we communicate that this is me. This is how I want to play a role. You don't communicate it when I want money, and you're just like, you know, we communicate it when there's no money involved. On a day, you're like, hey, listen, this is what I want. How will it affect the child? Where does the child go to school? How will it affect their schedule? You know, we talk to the child if the child is of age. We explain these things to the child because at times mothers and fathers have this thing of making decisions for children based on where they are in life and not on how it will affect the child. So for me, it's a thing about you are on because I want to be a present father. Okay, cool. Are you at a place where you can, you know, emotionally wise and all of that, where you can cater to parenting the child? Yes, that guy is good. You're at that place. Where does the child go to school? Is it far? You know, will it work with the schedule? If it will, then mama, you are wrong. You know, you are wrong. You need to make a plan. Yeah, but mama is completely wrong. There are no buts about it because they're not just your child. It's both of our child. You know how so wrong. I don't want to lie. There's no buts about it. There's no but. If
in that kind of situation,
in that kind of situation where I can provide financially and I have the parental capacity to parent my child, then
no doubts about it.
I should be. Even if it means, okay, the first 2 weeks it's at mom's house, the first, you know,
still fun.
And they'll get used to it, especially if they're a kid. But to pazamis schedule, then we can work
around
on something. We can work around it. You can always work around it. So mothers, they're very much wrong for that.
Yeah, and Namachita as well. I think it's in order to initiate the whole thing of, okay, I'd love to be in my child's life and to have my child in my life, the first step, gents, go the legal route. You know, not to ufone uthukisa, but hey, umntanam, what. That's not gonna help. You understand?
Yeah,
Understandable, you're frustrated, but it's not gonna help anybody. So the best way to go about it is the law, man.
And I wish people, when people date, I wish they could put it in mind that if we're having sex, chances are we'll have a
It's gonna
child.
be a baby. Yeah.
With protection, with or without protection, chances are they'll have a child.
Yeah.
So you must be in your senses, nje. It's like the people that you're dating, the people that you're sleeping with, because anything can happen. Can that person be a
Be a
good dad?
parent.
And you can't tell because you date someone and he's really great, and then all of a sudden there's a baby, boom, they've left. You know, they leave or they
Yeah.
don't want to be a mom. But we need to get to a point where as young people we are aware that hey man, it goes back to dating is a lot, ne? It is a lot because you're having fun, but fun could lead to
Yeah.
I don't want to say a trap, but like it
A
could lead
different
to
commitment.
a different type of commitment.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it doesn't just begin there at being a father or being a mother, but it begins at where we go into things blindly. You know, we go into things blindly. I didn't expect to have a baby, yes, because you didn't plan it, but you should know that by virtue of
The activity that
you know,
exactly.
we use protection. You do know that protection is not 100%
Yeah,
guaranteed.
definitely.
It's 99.9, and that 1% makes a huge difference.
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
So it starts man as individuals, Lando. You know, fathers as individuals. Like the minute you're actively involved in ukwabelana ngesondo, then it's a thing. And we as girls get that a lot because sithabamitai. So you're told when you have sex will meet, you know. But I don't think the people who talk to men or like boys about you guys having sex will lead to you impregnating someone. You know, I don't think like those conversations are had, and I've never been to like a space where dakenda londo. Like I have cousins, boy cousins, but akuthiwa uzomithisa kodwini, you know. And even if they do, it's just uyakwazi kanti ukhana ndondondondon. But it's never a thing of you sleep with someone, you'll have a baby. So it's just like andiyazi baba yayazi ubana kukho kwa isense responsibility, because ayiyona into abayixelelwayo nje generally. It's ingathi wothuka seyelapha umntana uqonde wow iyenzeka nalento. You get what I mean?
It's not something they're afraid of,
you know. So
it makes
it's just
sense. Because now I'm thinking about the fact that two scenarios. Umntana wentombazana uyaphuma ebusuku. The first thing is
uzawumeet. Yep.
Out, same age, same family. Xa ephuma ebusuku uzawulimala. It's never into yoba
violence,
uzawumithisa.
yes.
You understand?
You know?
Uzawulimala, uzawunxila. So really, bona, that's what they get warned about. Unyanisile zamachita we get warned about uzawulimala. So sithini soyika ulimala.
So you don't know that whatever it is that you're doing, it comes with responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's just the thing that you can do, and okay, cool, I've done it. I have a kid now. Move on. Let's, you know.
Yeah.
Ingati already the onus and the responsibility of having a child is on the mother, because they're constantly being reminded, Ubana, there'll be a child involved. Do you get what I mean?
But I mean, look, I completely understand, but I don't want us to drift away from the fact that there are young present fathers who are doing a great job. Look, man, I know Abantu, they call it, you're praising a bird for flying. That's what they call it.
Shout out to young present fathers.
Shout out to young present fathers, man. You know what I mean? Because they go through a lot, bruh. I know gents who don't even work. Out is eskolweni. You understand? And he still, I mean, he puts in the effort to be a father. It's not easy.
Nah, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to see it as that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's Mother's Day though. Isn't that praising birds for flying? If Father's Day is praising fathers for flying, you're praising birds for flying.
No. Oh, you're talking about Father's Day here, Oganya. You're talking about fathers who are.
In fact, no. I'm talking about young present fathers. Here's the thing,
Because so
If you-
tomorrow we will shout out to fathers who are present. We're like, hey, yo, happy Father's Day for being a father. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. Then what's the difference now?
No, the difference is, Uti, there are fathers who are present.
Yes.
It was never dismissed.
There are mothers who are present as well. They get praised for it. Oh,
No,
single
it
mother,
was never.
strong.
It was never dismissed. Like, I didn't dismiss that. We
Okay.
just spoke about that. But
Yeah.
there are mothers who are present. You will never see someone making that statement. There are present mothers.
Okay.
You know.
There
You know?
are absent
There are
mothers,
also
and
absent
nothing is
mothers
said
as
about
well.
that.
You know.
You notice that nothing is really said about absent mothers?
Oh, wow.
I'll give you an example. Actually. Okay, Madita,
Okay.
I've never seen anything said about it. I'll give you an example. Now, I don't know.
Also, can I say something?
Yeah.
You can sit. Also, the just the whole notion of there are present fathers is always said in defense or trying to move away from absent fathers being called out.
No.
Yes. If fathers are present, fathers are absent. Yes, but remember, there are also present
I
fathers.
understand
It's giving Landoka or
Not
All
all
lives
men.
matter.
Like, yes, it's
No,
always
but
like
Kalok,
that.
my man,
Matter.
I think you're not understanding the purpose of this particular show here today.
Okay.
This particular show is you are a young father. It's not easy, but you're trying. We are not saying abanye, like not all fathers, not all men. We're just
my God.
saying, Uba, you are a young father. It's about to be Father's Day, and you're doing a great job. That's just it. You understand? The reason for doing that is we want to stop young men from fearing this thing of being a young father. They need to understand that it is possible to be a good father while you're a young father.
Also,
That's what we're doing. Yeah?
Also, with what Asanda is saying, I think it is important that we affirm these young fathers. Also,
Yeah.
considering that a lot of kids in our generation grow up without father figures. So now that we see that bakhona bantu that step up and are intentional about being fathers, I think it's important to affirm them and just not praise them, but
Yeah, it's not praising.
we see you guys, but also remembering that bakhona bantu abazi absent fathers, but
Yeah.
can we not take away
From those
affirming
who are,
Abba
Yes.
that are trying?
Yeah.
Even if you're trying and but okay, I'd like to do better than this, but what matters is that going forward, like you're trying, you're putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, speaking just in general terms, of society, I've never, not even once, seen like, I'll use social media because we live in a digital era now.
Yeah.
I've never seen, not even once, a man who's present not being celebrated or like being dismissed by Aibo, like, so I don't.
I mean, wait, are they being celebrated or are they being affirmed?
Celebration and affirmation,
It's
not
not-
the same
It's
thing.
not,
It's
the,
not
same.
the same thing.
Affirmation is okay, Asanda.
You're doing a great job.
You might, even if Asanda can't afford to be there for his child financially as much as it'd like to be, because you're still trying to find your feet
Yeah.
financially. Asanda, every weekend, Asanda spends a day nomdanak. Asanda takes his child to go eat ice cream at Turand every Saturday.
Yeah.
Like those things. Asanda may feel like he's inadequate because he's not akakwazi ubhadala school fees somdanak, and that's the reality
Okay.
of it.
Okay.
Yabo?
Yeah.
So it's important that we
that.
affirm
I
that
get that.
Asanda is trying. Like
Yeah.
Uyazama. He's not the best father in the whole world. I come see Disneyland umdanak.
What
But
do
the
you
fact
mean he's
that
not the best
Asanda,
father? Why do you mean he's not the best father?
Hey.
like, because
Okay,
he may not feel
finances
because
should not gauge.
at times we feel inadequate in the roles that we play in our lives. Yabon. So Asana kakwazi usumntana ke Asana can't pay iskole private school somntana ke, but Asana makes sure that he maintains a relationship with his child. He makes sure that he makes time for
provides.
his child. He makes sure that the child sees
Okay.
that there's no time.
Yeah.
So at a time where Asanda feels like I'm not good enough because
Yeah.
his baby mom is gonna drag him or whatever, or
Okay.
he may not feel.
Yeah.
We see you.
Okay.
We see you doing a great job, Kumdana.
I'm quickly ask you as a fellow potential father.
Yeah.
Potential father.
Upcoming father.
Upcoming. He's still auditioning. It's okay.
After 10 years.
It's okay. I auditions when you'll get the role eventually.
Wow.
I'll give you the platform to.
I thought you were gonna say you give me a child. Hey, what?
No. The platform to affirm young fathers.
Thank you for the platform as well. I appreciate that. Look, man. It's not easy. Number one, being a father. The reason why I'm saying that, I do have experience of being a father figure to my niece.
Shout out to you, Malums.
Thank you. You gotta know. Endlin but Malum. Actually, even at Spa, they call me Malum. It's nice.
Because they always see you with your niece.
Yeah. Well, they always see me with nappies. But it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. Right? You wake up annoyed at Umdan. I get annoyed at Ulihlombe all the time. This other time she bit my joystick. Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, I'm just like, why? You know.
Problem.
So
return back to sender.
Please don't return that one to sender. Give it to me. Give her to me, sure. But it's not always going to be easy being a young father. You understand? You just need to understand, Indoba. You grew up without a father. If you grew up without a father, you know how it feels to grow up without a father. Now ask yourself, do you want your child to feel the same way? If you grew up with a father who just happened to be abusive and, he wasn't really playing the father figure very well, you know how it feels. Do you want your child to feel that way? If you grew up with a father and it was an amazing experience, you know how it feels. And I think you want your child to experience that. You understand? We need to understand as a machita that we can't keep using this excuse, Yoba, my father wasn't there, so I'm not gonna be there. That's not helping anybody.
Yeah.
And if the mother doesn't want to give you access to your child, take them to court the same way they take you to court when you cannot maintain the child or when you're not maintaining the child.
There's so many avenues where we're saying this. We're saying this. Do because uzabeka zonke ezi reasons uba mama no, your mom denied access.
I texted.
I tried to text, your mom didn't answer. Okay, what did you do to ensure that we have a relationship?
I was saying that
you don't owe anything to the person that you have done with, but you owe everything to your child.
Yeah, just saying that to Asanda Magaga. It's as though men, fathers actually. I don't want to generalize, like when we don't have kids. Yes, it is. Just your headphones not working. But there's that. I'm just like, men, it's as though men are looking for an excuse to bail out on parenting. Like they want to be complacent, but like
it's like
what did you do?
It's like they're doing their kids a favor.
Yeah, weaponized incompetence, like you don't even try. Like for unjolo bra utengi akondo ngayenziyo, but for your child, there's a limit, So there's that, man, and
Look, man, happy Indian Father's Day, man.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's tomorrow.
Hey, people without fathers, they don't know these things.
Tomorrow's Father's Day.
I know because of going to shops.
Okay, yeah, that's people without fathers, we don't know.
Yeah, but I think, guys.
Thank you, though, Dad, wherever you are. I'm here today.
Hey, look at you now.
I'm here today because of you, wherever you are.
I think it takes. I think in any relationship, it takes being intentional. It's not easy it's not easy
just any relationship in general.
It's not easy coming here working with a baby, because there are certain things, but it's gonna take being intentional.
Yeah.
And even as imperfect as it is, Mhlawumbi, let's say as a father.
Yeah.
This month I'm not able to pay maintenance. I'm not able to support my child financially this month.
Hey man, sorry, I forgot that Buhlal is a father. I think he would have.
Yeah.
Like this month I'm unable to support my child financially. But just that thing of on a Saturday, I'm gonna we're gonna go buy a Happy Meal. Your child is gonna be the happiest person. Like I remember my nephew, he's made me seen that abantwana enjoy the little things.
The small things.
I don't spend a lot of money on my nephew, but the moment I take him to McDonald's, he's very cheap because he doesn't like a burger. So when we go to McDonald's, we buy fries and ice cream. That's less than 100 rand.
Yeah.
Yo, that guy is so happy, dude. Like after that drive, he's so happy. Like happy. And it's just those little things when you are intentional about being present in your child's life. You're intentional about making sure that your child sees, because a teenager they're gonna realize, but okay, maybe Utata wasn't able to support me financially sharp.
Yeah.
But I felt him. I felt his love. I felt him
His
affirming me. I felt him, man. I felt his presence.
Makes
so
sense.
I think it's all about being intentional. Maybe this month you didn't have time, but the moment you realize that, oh man, I wasn't able to make time for my child, it's okay. You're a person. Okay, no, let me make time. Like, do that.
Yeah.
Make sure that your child sees you.
Yep.
Make sure that your child sees your presence.
Makes sense.
Owe everything, Lamdana. You don't
Makes a
owe
lot of sense.
the person you made the child with, but you owe everything to your child.
Yeah, man. And look,
Everything you do should be in the best interests of the child.
Exactly.
Before we leave, I just want to say two things quickly. To the gents who are there for their kids, who are fathers, who are present fathers, thank you for breaking the chain. You're doing your job, first of all, so we're not going to praise you for that, but thank you for breaking the chain, man, because we're trying our best to bring back families and present fathers. So you being a present father, yes, you're doing your job, but thank you for just breaking the chain. And then number two, to the gents who claim that they want to be in their child's life, but they're not really putting in enough effort, pull up your socks, gents. It's number one. Pull up your socks, be intentional about it. And to parents now, boy too, the mom and the dad, guys, communicate. It's not about you. It's not about your relationship. It's about the soul that you brought on earth. That's it from my side. Yeah, it's a soul, guys.
And to potential fathers.
And to potential fathers, my gents, listen to me. As a potential father, abstain. That's all I'm going to say. Abstain, my gents. Secure the bag and abstain.
Amen.
Upcoming father.
Upcoming father.
So you see, like Asanda is affirming. He's not celebrating present fathers. He's not praising them, rather. But he's affirming that, okay, you're doing a good job. We see you. Like, that's enough. We see you. And to the absent fathers, like,
we see you too, and it's wrong.
Yeah, we see you too, but do better, man. Hey, even our fathers. It's trauma and gaga. Now we have to go to therapy because my dad was absent.
Yo.
Yeah, it's very traumatic. But can we not repeat a cycle in our generation?
Yeah.
Because our fathers did whatever they did, and
now when you're bailing out on parenting
they
because your
did it
father
for
was
them.
not there. Yeah.
One more thing from me, sorry. If you ever called me daddy in your life, Father's Day gift.
Daddy.
You owe me. See now, you owe me. Obuth has also called me daddy. She owes me. Yes, Father's Day. My gents.
Daddy.
Yeah, please. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much, man. Again, thank you very much. It's always great spending my Saturday here. It's always great, man. And I don't want to say I'm going to miss this because now it sounds like I'm leaving. No,
shit.
We're still coming back.
We're skipping next week.
Oh, yeah, next week we're not here.
We're not here.
Yeah, but...
Discussing conversations on Saturday and he's moving.
I'm moving. Yeah. So,
You're leaving?
Yes, ma'am.
Preparing for the baby. For
no,
the
I'm not leaving
baby.
the city. What babe?
Yeah, he's preparing.
My only baby is the one sitting there.
Oh,
baby.
Man.
Everyone's baby.
Everyone's baby. No, I'm not leaving the city. It's just, I'm leaving quickly.
Oh, okay.
Because Obuhle says nasty things about
Yeah,
Queen
no,
Bee.
yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. You'll have people calling you Daddy Stala up like
Wow. Wow.
to-
Guys,
Daddy A.
thank you very much
It's
for
Daddy
tuning
A.
in. These two, I am disowning them. Thank you very much. We will see you next month now.
Next
Happy
month.
Father's Day in advance.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
this.
All
Yes,
the
I learned
present
something.
fathers.
The difference between affirming and celebrating.
And celebrating, yeah. We're not celebrating them, Shem.
We
Nope.
affirm.
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 That's it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that because when you don't feel affirmed, you're just like, why am I still
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah.
I like that. You guys are actually very